Yo yo yo! This is Romeo Chan and welcome back to another edition of the Guild Wars 2 beta for the Revenant class. If you remember that I made a few videos on the previous beta that I played featuring the Revenant class. It's been released again. I think there's been a few notable changes to the class and hopefully I can go through all of those with yourself today. Unfortunately, the ArenaNet sort of deleted my previous character. So if you remember correctly as well, I did take a long time making that character because I was thinking that just maybe like the previous beta that for Guild Wars, the character would not actually get deleted. But suffice to say, I was wrong. But that's okay. Let's make the character possibly again. Maybe I'll take a girl this time and not bother much with making the character because I took so long making the character the last time. She is quite tall in this video, midway somewhere. I don't usually make girl characters because if you remember I said I usually make characters who are a bit that are reflective myself, but it's okay, I'll just go all out in this one. Maybe make her less ghost looking, somewhere mid. I think that's it. Sue. Oh, hey, there you go, that's good. Okay, let's take some nice hairstyle I might like. Oh wait. Oh, dashing in a girly way, obviously. Let's take a few kit. Now that is awesome. You know what? I think I'll like to give her some red hair. People who actually remember, well, my friends would tell you that back in the day when I used to play the WWE games, I used to do a lot of customized character, and this, I would say, quite commonly I used to make a girl character with these features because she is my dream girl. That's how it is. So I think I will name her Dream Girl. Go with it. And it's been taken. To be honest, I thought it might be taken. Let's put a U there, making girl. Well, obviously, I'm not exactly genius there. Maybe I'll put a few more U's there. There you go. Oh, that's interesting. I can see that there's a silver wastes map loadout at the moment. I think last time it just loaded in Lion's Arch. Oh. Heart of Thorns Beta Weekend 2 is going on, so which means this is actually, I was actually in the first. Whoa, what's going on?
Commander, Mordremoth proved even more powerful than we imagined. The jungle itself set against us and shredded our ships. And then was the call. All of us so far heard it, and many followed Mordremoth's commands, turning on their packed allies. Many are dead. Still others are missing, and our fleet is utterly broken. If rescue doesn't come soon, there won't be anything left to rescue. Please, we need your help.
That was pretty cool. I think I remember watching this cutscene at the end of the season 2 story finale that I did. I should really upload that video as well. Unfortunately, I haven't actually got around to doing it. My system was also lagging a lot, so I suppose that's why I'm a bit shy on uploading that video. Okay, so I can definitely see there's a new stance that's been introduced, the assassin Shiro Stance. If you guys have played the old Guild Wars games, this was obviously from the sequel to well, sequel, this first expansion of Guild Wars. I can't actually remember the name, which is quite sad. I pretty much remember a lot about it. I remember it was, you know, set in Kanta, which was a bit like, you know, cross between China and more China, but maybe a tiny bit of Japan in there. Basically something of the Orient. And Shiro Tagachi was essentially the main antagonist of that game. I have been looking forward to the Shiro Stance after I've heard about it, mainly because I heard there's some kind of vampiric skills, and if you remember my earlier videos, I was looking forward to making sort of a Shadow Knight archetype, and I wanted to have some kind of vampiric skills there. But, you know, obviously before what I did last time was I did these other skills first and then went on to check the stance that I wanted to play as. But I think I'll do it differently this time. I will play as Shiro first because I've already got it loaded. I have also heard that there's swords that I can use now. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's good. Swords already equipped there. I think if you remember last time I made the video, I was a bit disappointed that I cannot try swords on the Revenant, but obviously Arena Red introduced it later on. Okay, let's check these out. So let's check the weapon skills out first. Got Preparation Thrust, Brutal Blade, and Rift Slash. I can see that the first two skills of the primary, the first two attacks of the primary skill is actually, you know, causes vulnerability. And then there's a Rift Slash. I can see the Brutal Blade and Rift Slash are sort of AoE skills. So I think this is, you know, different from, for example, the Warrior using a sword, which is quite, you know, focusing on one enemy at a time. This is obviously to do with AoE control. Second skill is Precision Strike. Causes chilled to nearby enemies and strikes with precision, hence the name. I think this is quite interesting. So what you're doing is that you're obviously you know, attacking enemies with the chill skill. You're causing them chill, so they're slow in attacking you, slow in you know, in their skills recharging, slow in movement, which basically means you can sort of maneuver yourself a bit more with the attacking of the dual blades. That's using the first skill. The third skill is the Unrelenting Assault. You shadow step and unleash fierce attacks on nearby foes. Gain might each time you damage a foe. So if you have 9 seconds of might and you gain might each time you damage a foe, and I think you're doing 7 attacks according to the skill, does that mean you stack on might 7 times? That's quite impressive that you're doing that. The fourth skill is Duelist's Preparation. You assume a defensive stance, blocking incoming attacks. And there's a skill called Shackling Wave that can be activated from it. You slice through the air, sending a wave of energy from the mists towards your foe, and you immobilize them. Let's try the... Okay, see secondary... Oh, that's really nice, actually. So that's Precision Strike. I love this. I love the aesthetic look of that skill. It really represents this whole the art form of Guild Wars. It quite literally looks like painting around the sword, which it is. And you know, at the end you can see the little snowflake type aesthetic there, which is obviously reflective of the chill that we're applying. And then there's Unrelenting Assault, which I need to target an enemy for, so that might be a tiny bit useless there. Block, you know. Okay, there's his stance. I like the shield popping up. And then Grasping Shadow is skill number 5, which is you stab your foe, connecting them to you. Okay, shadow step backward and pull them towards you. So it's a bit like Scorpion Wire, except you know, you actually attack an enemy in melee, and then you jump backward and then you pull the enemy. So I think this is a skill you use when, for example, there's an AoE situation where enemies are surrounding you. Let's give it an example. I think this might be a great example. So there you go. So I'm having the fight there. Skill number 2. Okay, I'm blocking that. wow, okay, so the active skill, you can, because it's called immobilization, you can actually see the immobilization chains. Okay, you're attacking. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's amazing. Skill number 3 is just amazing. And then, oh crap, well, this guy's helping me out. I didn't need help because I'm just trying skills out, so obviously that wasn't such a great idea. Okay, let's try these guys. Come on, hyenas, to attack me. The 3 hyenas. It's the 3 hyenas out of Lion King, it seems. Let's try, I think Unrelenting Assault is the one that looked quite impressive. Oh, that's amazing. And you evade attacks at the same time, so that is really good. Okay, and say I'm getting damaged, I want to get out of this fight. Let's use skill 5 then. That's great. So see, you got out of the AoE. You can either, but it also, you know, pulls the enemy towards yourself. Let's try this again. Let's try this. Immobilize them. Actually, I'm a great fan of skill number 3 now. I think I saw this skill in the trailer, and a lot of people might have been looking forward to this. This also looks like a good time to check out the Shiro Stance skills. Okay, let's check it out. So you've got Enchanted Daggers. Sounds like a assassin skill from Guild Wars original, which obviously, you know, I think this build might be inspired from, not just because of Shiro, because Shiro was an assassin himself. Let's try that out. So you actually heal yourself and you siphon health. Oh, that's cool. See, there's actually daggers flying off you. I need to try that again for a sec. Attack. Let's try this again. This is it. Keep coming to me, man. Okay, let's activate this again. So let's activate the heal skill. It's amazing. Nice looking daggers. They're nice looking jade daggers. When you attack, they come off you, hit the enemy, and give you some health. Here's a vampiric skill that I was speaking about, that I was looking forward to a lot. Okay, I think I'm going to try skill number 7 this time. Skill number 7 is called the Reposting Shadows. I've never actually been able to pronounce that word properly, so I'll try it again. Okay, reposting, I don't know. You evade back quickly through the mists. I'm guessing it goes all, you know, a bit shadow, ghosty like it does. Yeah, I was right. And it removes conditions such as immobilize, chilled, and cripple. I think that's a great idea, especially because if it's PvP. And for example, a thief runs out of the stone causing venom or something, you know, the other skill they've got left is immobilization. And you know, if you're in a situation like that, you can just jump out of the immobilization. You don't have to be stuck there and you know, quite literally get killed. Okay, there you go. I've got cripple there, and that's been taking it off. Okay, what's this? Legendary assassin phase traversal. Step through the mist to your target. Your next few attacks can... Sorry, I just burped a little bit there. Okay, your step through the mist to your target. Your next few attacks can't be blocked. I think that's a great opening skill if you're against some kind of warrior type class. I think, for example, the Guardian might have their ages up, and your first strike might be the most important one in some situations, that sort of thing. Let's try it again. So, or of course, if an enemy is escaping, chances are they have some kind of skill like ages applied to them to survive that escape, maybe. So you can, you know, go through. You can basically ignore that skill and hit them. Skill number 3, I have to say, still my favorite looking skill there, and I'm sure people are going to be using that. One thing I'm quite impressed with these actual attack skills is that when they were making this thief and they were talking about, you know, stealth and that sort of thing, knowing that it was going to be something like the assassin, only like 10 times better than that, I was really looking forward to, you know, see what they do with this whole stealth concept. I thought it was going to be something like this, you know, like this unrelenting assault skill. Unfortunately, it went on to become, you know, this build where you, cause yourself stealth and then, you know, backstab people around. I personally find that a bit boring, so I'm going to look forward to this a lot. That said, you know, no disrespect to thieves out there, they do kick ass when they are doing that. Okay, there's another player there trying out the new class. Welcome to the game. Okay, this is impossible odds. If you remember in the other videos, skills around this were usually upkeep skills. So this is an upkeep skill, I think, as well. Empower yourselves with Shiro speed and quickness to quickly take out enemies. That sounds good. I can see intervals of 1. So every 1 second, you get quickness and you get super speed. So, you know, there you go. And as I said, it's an upkeep skill, so, you know, your energy is being used right now. But that's also one of the reasons. So I sort of ran out of that. Maybe I should have activated it inside the battle zone, as they say. There you go. That's the other skill we looked at the other time. Those flying hammers. I think that was Jalis's, the Jalis Stance's skill. Super speed. It's actually quite an OP skill. I'm not surprised that the impossible odds skill takes energy so fast, because if you got quickness and super speed to you, applied to you, you know, there had to be some kind of trade-off, because I think those boons are quite useful for many people, especially because, you know, you're attacking really fast, unless of course you're fighting a guardian and they put retaliation stacks on themselves, and then obviously, you know, it's just suicide. Okay, let's see the elite skill. You got the Jade Winds. If you played the original Guild Wars, there's expansion, basically Jade will, you know, the Jade Wind obviously turn the seas to jade, people mine it, that kind of thing. There's a whole faction of people that lives there, the Luxons, and it's quite interesting. But Shiro sort of causes the Jade Wind, if I'm correct, so it's inspired from that. So you turn enemies into jade, stunning them for a short duration. It's a bit like the stone, the venom skills that the assassins have. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, mid-animation freezer. That was actually quite impressive. He was actually green and jade-like. I'm loving the aesthetics in this game once again. Okay. Okay, let's try to go full crazy on this guy. So let's do. Maybe I'll hit the scorpion. Oh, okay, there you go. See, got out of the mobilization there. Put fight. Heal on myself. Come out. A little Jade Wind action there. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. It's a very... basically when I started my thief alt, one of the things I wanted to do was make some kind of vampire character. So, you know, I wanted to do stealth, that's fine, but I didn't want to depend on it. I wanted to do some kind of life siphoning sort of deal there. Okay, let me just check. I think there's also a new trait in this game. I think the trait is related to this particular stance, so the Shiro stance. So I'm just going to check that trait out. Okay. Oh, it's already equipped. Oh, actually, Herald. Oh, that's a new one as well. Oh, okay. That's what this little symbol is there. Legendary dragon. Checking. Shield. Use legendary. Oh, okay. So this. Oh, okay. So if you, I think like all skills, they all are up to here for all the classes. But over here, you can see there's one more skill. So Herald is actually the elite specialization. So I think I'm going to talk about the different other stance that this game has now, the dragon stance, later. So I'll just talk about this trait now. I think devastation is another one that I didn't have in the other video. Okay, striking a foe gives you a chance to apply vulnerability. So I suppose looking at this build, you know, you're already causing vulnerability, so this just increases the stacks you can do, make your enemy quite weak. Okay, let's go to the first line of traits there. Increase the ferocity of nearby allies. Increases ferocity. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Vicious lacerations. When you attack while wielding a sword, which I would be doing a lot, I think, gain a stack of rapid laceration, which is basically for 5 seconds you do plus 2% damage. So says it can be stacked up to 5 times, so you can do up to 10% bonus damage with this. Might be quite impressive. It depends on. Obviously, I'm not messing around with any ruins right now. If I look at the armor, it's got the superior Doliak ones and some generic stats covering all kind of stats on the thing. So yeah, I think it could, with the right ruins, this could be quite powerful. Next up, you got your attacks is blocked, your malicious reprisal. If one of your attacks is blocked, your next attack will be unblockable. So if there's characters, so for example, I forgot what skill it was. I remember fighting somebody in PvP and they blocked a few of my attacks, and I was quite literally just like, what do I do now? Obviously, if I had this equipped and I was in PvP, that would be less of an issue there for 5 seconds. But I think you can only do 2 attacks, if I'm correct. It's only 2 extra attacks you can do. I'm not sure. There's a 2 on malicious reprisal. Okay, let's go to the next trait. You got the targeted destruction, so deal increased damage to targets with vulnerability. Once again, I was right in guessing that it's going to be quite related to this. If you're stacking vulnerability, you do increased damage. So devastation is through and through, seemingly, for the Shiro stance. I can't remember what the other weapon skills at the moment, because it was quite a long time ago. But at the moment, it seems devastation is quite relatable to the Shiro stance. Okay, nefarious momentum, gain might when using assassin stance skills. There you go. I proved my point there. So all through and through Shiro, you get 2 stacks of might. I think that's pretty good. And then gain increased ferocity while dual wielding weapons. This would be really hard because this is where the whole unique character concept that they're trying to do in the expansion comes in action. You would love to have increased ferocity if you're dual wielding, because these skills seem to be more to do with precision / ferocity type attacks, or maybe power based attacks. But at the same time, you might, because if you're using this in conjunction with Shiro's skills, which I think most people will be if they're doing dual wielding, they will obviously want nefarious momentum as well. So you know, there's a tough choice between those two. Jade wins. Jade wins. We only tried the elite skill. Jade wins. It says that, oh, that's quite interesting. If you're downed, your damage increases, so the down skill damage. Also, you freeze the enemies for, you use Jade Wind on your the enemies, so that might be quite useful if you have an ally around and you sort of make a mistake and then you're down, and then to make that quick comeback or to allow your friend to rally you. This will be useful. Next raid, focus siphoning. When you strike foes that have vulnerability, siphon life from them. Brilliant. Here comes the vampiric, more vampire type skills that I wanted. Okay, swift termination. Increase damage to targets below the health threshold. So below 50% health of the enemy, you do increase damage by 20%. That is quite a lot. I think it might get nerfed at some point. Very, very assassin-like. That is a dismantle fortifications, so skills that disable foes. As an example, it says stun, daze, knockback, pull, knockdown, sink, float, fear, launch or taunt. Remove an additional stack of stability. That will be quite useful against shouting warriors, or of course guardians, that shouting guardians as well. Okay, and assassin is annihilation. Once again, a skill that siphons health from enemies, but obviously from behind or the side. Once again, more of an assassin thing, but if you have that equipped, let's give this a go actually. Siphon health, let's do this, let's do vicious lacerations. Okay, as an example, let's go into the foray and try to see the vampiric annihilation, so to speak, of this. Okay, come at me, bro, come at me. Okay, let's see, siphon a little health there. Let's equip this. I think if there was an AoE situation going on, which that wasn't, that was more of a single target thing. When I'll do, for example, Unrelenting Assault, I will obviously be getting siphoning health, not just from this one enemy, but from loads of them. That will be very useful. So yeah, that is the Shiro Stance and the new dual-wielding swords. Hold on, yeah, and be sure to check the link down for my previous videos on the first beta weekend with the Revenant, and please do check the next video that I will be doing, which I will do on the new Dragon Stance. So from me and my dream girl, goodbye. Whoa, that was weird. Why does she do that shout? Oh, which reminds me, one thing I haven't tried is what the animation looks like. Here it comes, guys. Here it comes. Well, actually, I'll also take this opportunity to see the centaur thing, because if you remember in my previous videos, or if you're going to check them out, you're going to see that there was a glitch coming out for the centaur video. They hadn't made the little animation thing on top of them yet. Let's try it again.
I demand that you release me.
And then go back to centaur in 3, 2, 1. Nice. Anyway, goodbye again.